Hello friends, myself Assistant Professor Vatsalli Patel from Civil Engineering Department working at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center Navsari. Today we are going to discuss about the contributor work ideal. So the first question which comes in our mind is that who is a contributor? So the person who concerned for the human beings, like whatever will be the condition he or she is going through, but still they have concern for other human beings, like they are comfortable or not. Also try to know that if they need any help for something. Second one is they take responsibility in any situation, like if there is an extremely worse situation, then also they try to overcome that situation in any way possible. What will be the situation, they try to find solution for the problem. Third one is they put team success before personal success, like if any task or say project will be given to them, they try to work as a team and to be successful as a team, not only on an individual level. They work as a team and try to achieve their goal as a one unit. And the last one is they take pride in doing their work well, like no work is smaller for them. They always feel proud to do that work whichever is provided to them. They never thought that this work is not made for me, as like I am a professional, this work is not belong to me, it should be done by other person, like that. Next, let us take an example to understand it. Like if any new work or task is provided, the contributor person will think like this is a golden opportunity for me to do something new, let's me give it a try. So the contributor is always ready to accept new challenges and they enjoy their work. Whereas the non-contributor type person will think like, oh, I won't be able to do this work as I have not done this kind of work before. So the non-contributor always afraid of doing new things. So from this we can understand that contributor always take new work as an opportunity, whereas the non-contributor are afraid to do that and always give excuses first. Let us refine our knowledge about contributor and non-contributor by some cases. So here is one scenario in which teacher is teaching subject maths. So as we can see, the teacher is asking one of his students like, while do you feel confident to do the sum? So the contributor teacher is concerned about bringing out the best in each student. Such a teacher cares about the future of every student and whether they have built confidence in the subject. So the contributor teacher always concerned about the student who he or she teach. There is no difference followed in teaching, like if some students are weak in study and some are very clever, then he or she will teach all the students at the same level. It is not like that he or she will only focus on clever ones and left out the weak ones. He or she have concern for all the students they teach. They focus on each and every students to be successful in subject as well as in life. They never demotivate the students. So here is a same scenario, but the teacher is a non-contributor type. Like as we can see in the image, each and every one of us know that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. But here we can see that the student is writing something which is not totally related to, or say single percentage related to the answer. And also we can see that the teacher is sleeping and not concerned or say aware about what is going into the classroom. So the non-contributor teacher is unconcerned whether students are paying attention or not, have understood what is being taught. Such teachers run through the syllabus but are disengaged from their students. Result, students find this type of classes boring. So non-contributor type teacher not care about what is being taught and what is being understood by the students. They just complete the syllabus and also not think about the impact of this on students, and hence these type of classrooms are found to be boring for the students. So here is another example of a contributor. So here you can see one old age person need help for some of his work. from government official, and also the government official shows the positive attitude towards the person, like don't worry sir, when your payments are released I will send it to you. So the contributor government official ensures that the common citizen is able to get his work done. She goes all out to find a solution for the person and does everything within her power to accomplish it. Here is similar scenario like the previous case, like one person need his files to be checked for some of his work, but the government official not concerned about his work, and whenever that person comes he gave different excuses and dates for the checking to be complete, like I am very busy right now, please check again in 2 weeks time. So the non-contributor government official is indifferent and does not bother to find a solution to the common citizens problem. Such officials may do their duty and follow rules, but they make a common citizen run around from pillar to post. They don't care whether the work gets delayed and people find the interaction painful. So from this situation, or say from these two cases, we can learn that the contributor type government official always concerned about people they serve. They also work to a maximum to find solution for common people which they are facing in day-to-day life, like documentation required for work to be completed, dates to be followed, and they find the best possible solution. Whereas non-contributor type government official does not bother about the problem faced by the common people. They run through the rules but not maintain their work ethics, like every time person came with her required documents, then after again they make new demand is like this document is still missing, also you need to sign this from another person, etc. They are not concerned about the person who is suffering because of them, and also not see from what age group person is coming or what difficulty person is having. They just pass them table to table, or say passing type behavior. So contributor type person seeks for the solution, whereas non-contributor take it as a just routine work and let the person suffer for all the work. Next, let us take another example of sweepers to understand contributor and non-contributor work in detail. Like here is one of sweeper who thinks like only if the area is kept clean, the people will able to live a disease-free life. So the contributor sweeper cares enough to ensure that living environment is clean for people in the locality. She has a wider view of her work and does not just see herself as sweeping kachra. She takes pride in her doing work for creating a clean and hygienic environment for the people who live there. So here is the same situation, but the sweeper think like my duty time is over, I am off for the day, let the other sweeper worry about the remaining kachra. So the non-contributor sweeper seeks her work in a narrow way and does it only for her money. She has no pride or interest in her job and work like a robot without any feelings. Thus she became careless and have who cares type attitude in her work. So the contributor type sweeper have concern for all the human beings belonging to their work area. They take pride in doing that work for the society. They not see sweeping work as a small person work. They take it as a contribution to the society. Whereas the non-contributor type sweeper is only concerned about money. They take their job as a time and money oriented. They have who cares type attitude in their work, like if I will complete all the work, then what about the person who is coming after me for sweeping? If I not complete my sweeping, then also the upcoming sweeper will do it. So non-contributor not think about society or work area they serve. Now let us understand the difference between contributor and non-contributor by different sports as a example. So here is one of the example for contributor as a team member and also as an individual level. So we all know the contribution of Sachin Tendulkar to the Indian cricket team. He is one of the best examples of a contributor in terms of sportsman spirit. He never played for a personal records when the team needs him. He always put team success before personal success. As we know, so many times he is given out by the umpire, but actually he is not out. But still, he simply smiles toward the umpire and walk away. He never let the personal ego comes in terms of team game, and hence he is respected all over the world and also known as God of cricket. So, the contributor team member always put team success before personal success. Such team members are committed to the larger purpose and don't let the personal ego come in the way. Now, let us understand non-contributor in terms of sports. So, as we know, football is a very passionate game and we also know some of the biggest fight in it. So many times it is observed that in terms of getting personal during the game, one individual behavior may harm the whole team. Like in try to score goal, if one of the main player fight with the opponent team member and get a red card, then he will be out of the game and the result will be different at the end of the game. So due to personal ego came during the game, it will make huge difference for all the remaining team members, like team can lose from the game from winning position. Same as let us take example of cricket. Most of us are aware of test cricket. So many times it is found in terms of test cricket that due to in making of one's personal record, team may not win the match, like not declaring the innings in terms of one player is getting his double or triple century. Also, so many times it is also found that captain declare the inning too early before one of the player of the team getting century or double century. The 4 or 5 over play may does not affect the result of the match, but ego problem between team members may lead scenario like this happen. Also, sometimes player play too slowly for his personal record, and in this process, so many times team may lose the match. So, the non-contributor team member pursues personal goal even it is at the cost of team goals. Such people may be talented as an individual star but unable to contribute in a team environment. So the contributor type person always focus on team goal and try to achieve that goal as a team, not as an individual one, like concern for his own record at first and then focus on the team goal. They always have larger goals for the team in which individuals' ego are not there, to which make difficulties to achieve that goal. Whereas non-contributor not cares about the team goals, they focuses on the personal goals. In that case, individual may get success to achieve their personal goal, but team goals may not be achieved. They are successful as a individual, but that is not helpful for the team. So, from all these 4 cases, we can say that in their work, contributor demonstrate concern for the human beings they serve. Contributors go all out to try and find an answer. They take responsibility for making things happen in any situation. Contributors have a wider view of their work and thus take pride in doing their work well. The contributor's focus is on achieving the larger goals of the team rather than focusing only on his or her own personal success. So next, the contributor proactively takes up work. Let us study one case to understand it. Sudha and Satish graduated from their college and started working in an accounting firm. In the first 6 months, they were trained. After that, they were put in the audit department. Usually, the audit work is cyclic. Say example, there are some months where there is a tremendous workload. For example, when the financial year is closing or say March ending. And there are other times when the work is relatively lighter. So let's see Sudha at work. Sudha did all the work she was given during the peak season, but she didn't know what to do during the periods of light work. She got bored and then frustrated. She began spending her time gossiping with colleagues, often complaining about her work is boring At the end of the year, during the appraisal, Sudha's boss told her, "You have not done much in this year." Sudha's point of view was, "How could I have? You didn't give me much work to do." Next, let us see Satish at work. Satish worked hard like Sudha during the peak season, but he did not find the other months boring. He thought this was the best opportunity to go deeper into the exploring audit case studies and what was done the world over. He also studied the various cases his own organization has worked on and learned how to think through the issue and also improve the way things are handled. He sometimes even helped out other teams in non-audit work. He learned a lot in these periods and also helped the organization in developing its approaches. During appraisal, his boss was pleased and he had achieved a lot in the 1 year he was there. So, the non-contributor are always found sad, unproductive and non-responsible in their workplace, whereas contributors are found happy, productive and responsible. So, from this we can understand that each and every one of us have the same opportunity to give our best in the work, but non-contributor only do what they are said to do. They do not try anything new beyond that. So, with respect to time, they remain the same and they are not productive in their work area, whereas the contributor always try to upgrade them with the respect to time. They also think about the future aspect of their workspace. They also try new things to make themselves and their workplace to be better in the society. The non-contributor gives excuses that you not provide me that much work, so I did not progress this much in this year. But this is not the thing like that. One should tell you and then you try to do it. There must be a self-interest to do that. It is your responsibility to make things better. Next, the contributor focuses on the goal being achieved, not just the routine work. Let us understand what non-contributor do with one incident. The scenario is like that. One person is observed that on roadside two persons are working. One of them is digging the holes and another one is filling the holes. He is surprised by seeing this action and can't imagine what is going on. So, let's see conversation between three of them. The person asked them, "Brother, why are you digging hole just to fill it up again?" Then the first person replied, "Oh, you don't understand. His job is digging the holes and mine is to fill. Usually there is a third person who plants seeds in the holes, but he hasn't come today." And the second one replied, "But how can we stop our work just because he is not there? So we continue doing our duty." So we can learn from this incident that non-contributor only focus on completion of his or her work only. He or she does not care about what is a goal or objective behind that work. Like if you are working in a team and each and everyone is assigned different work, then non-contributor have only concern about his or her work. He or she will not see what the other members are doing. Also, the work he is she is doing is feasible or not. They only take their work as a routine work and do not concern about what really should be achieved in the work. So here is another example of non-contributor. Sunil and Nalin work for a telecom company. Their office timing is 9:30 to 5:30. Late one day, the headquarters asked for an urgent report. Their teammate Rupesh comes to tell them about it and says this report is needed urgently for a sudden strategy meeting that has been called in the headquarters. But the Sunil replied that it is already 5:30. Why do they come up with the work so late in the day? I am going home. So, the non-contributor is a clock watcher. Next, here is the same scenario, but the Nalin replied that let's get down to it immediately. If we work together, we can accomplish this soon and send it off on time. The meeting must be important if they have called for it so suddenly. So, the contributor is committed to the responsibility of his role. He is not a clock watcher. So, the non contributor is a clock watcher, like if any work is given at the end of their working time period, then they do not want to work beyond their office timing. They're thinking like me that he is paid for that office time only. So, even if that work is urgent, they do not care about and left their workplace without completion of the work, whereas the contributor is committed to the responsibility of his role. Like if you gave them work at the ending of the office timing, they show commitment towards the completion of their work, and even after the official time is over, they are ready for work. They know their responsibility and want to complete that work according to the requirements. So here is another example. Here some of the persons are working in a team to complete their project or say objective given to them. When the final submission of that work is to be given, then non-contributor type person tell that I have done a great job. Then other members of team feel like what about us? What we did. So the non-contributor focus on personal success. Like even if they complete that work in team, he or she will be say that this work is only done by me. They do not care about the other team members. Whereas contributor type person will tell that we all have done a great job. Well done team. So the contributor focuses on we, not I. So contributor person give credit to each and everyone for the completion of work. They represent their work as a teamwork. So from all this we can implement effectiveness like performing work activities well and achieving goal, and human values like being ethical and demonstrating human concern for in our life. So here I end my session.